Hello everyone. Today's summary about the war in Ukraine opens up with President Zelensky's statement about the counteroffensive. Understandably, he's frustrated. On one hand, he spent a year and a half asking for better weapons, better ammo, faster supplies, faster streamlined approval process. On the other hand, now that Ukrainian armed forces are making progress, slowly retaking their own land, the rest of the world is complaining that it's going too slowly. And so, yeah, he has the right to say what he said, which is counteroffensive is making progress. I don't care what you guys say. He's right. Russia reports that it stopped another attack by Kiev. Again, there's no telling whether this is true. We're talking about the Kerch Bridge, Putin's, million-dollar baby, so to speak. So I can neither confirm nor deny Russian reports because I'm waiting for more reliable sources. Now, the third part here is very interesting. So here's what happened. The Nobel Foundation initially announced that it was going to invite representatives from Russia and Belarus to attend this year's award ceremony in Stockholm. And as to be expected, the backlash was formidable. Not just from Ukraine, but all of Ukraine's allies basically said, "Are you friggin' out of your mind?" And so the foundation backpedaled and reversed its decisions. What I don't understand is, why did they not think for themselves that this was a bad idea? Why did they need the backlash to hit him on the head for this to sink in, that this was not the greatest thing ever? I don't get it. And then there's this last piece, goes back to our conversation over the last couple of days about the crimes and atrocities committed by Russian military and officials in Ukraine. Ukraine says it identified a Russian commander who was responsible for the atrocities in the Kiev suburb of Bucha, which basically was raised from the face of the earth and turned into a giant mass grave. Putin gave a speech before Russian school children as the opening to the academic year, which traditionally starts on September 1st. He told them Russia was invincible and won all of the conflicts that it was ever involved in. And I'm just wondering whether his mom ever taught him that lying was not a nice thing, especially lying to children. Of course, the lies don't just stop there. Russia made a propaganda movie called Witness, which centers around the fate of a musician, a violinist, who ends up in Ukraine, in Kiev, during the early days of Russian invasion. In the typical propaganda fashion, they, portray Ukrainians as monsters, and basically not 1 ounce in that movie is true. However, it seems to be backfiring because they planned a big opening for it, and that didn't happen. Apparently, the movie is playing, but the movie theaters are empty. So I don't know what that means, because based on the social media posts by Russian citizens, there's plenty of people who are still plenty brainwashed and believe that Russia has some type of a righteous cause in Ukraine. However, it's possible that the absence of spectators is a sign of silent protest. I would like to hope so. I want to believe that. So We'll see.